Welcome in, everyone. I'm SquishableMoon, your shooting star with a ranch addiction and fewer brain cells than the common garden snail, and welcome back to my channel. Something you guys may not know about me, but I absolutely love dolls, especially BJD dolls, which stands for ball jointed dolls if you didn't know. I actually own my own BJD doll. It's pretty big, but buying clothes for her is the last thing on my list to do because they can be pretty expensive when a lot of them have to be custom made. I also love Monster High a lot, especially the Draculaura dolls and any other doll you may know like Barbie and Brat. And recently I found myself this adorable little doll line that unfortunately didn't get picked up, but I hope for one day in the future for it to get picked up because it's an amazing line. Introducing the doll line Centoria. Centoria is a fashion doll line aimed for girls around 7 to 12, but can be enjoyed by children younger and older as well. Plus features like collectability that adults may find interesting. Centoria follows the story of a magical land full of mystical creatures, including the mysterious Centaura protectors. These enchanted girls protect their individual biomes and landscapes. Through their magical guardianship, they keep the flora and fauna and ecosystem healthy and thriving. Centoria focuses on diversifying community, environmental protection, and sustainability. First impressions of this doll line. The concept, absolutely darling. I love the style that they chose for the character concepts. It's absolutely adorable, amazing, everything that I would have wanted when I was a little girl or as an adult. The creator is Savannah Alexandria, who is an amazing artist. If you haven't checked them out on YouTube, this is their YouTube right here. They make amazing art concepts, and I strive to be half the artist that they are because, oh my god, the amount of skill and practice and dedication that you can clearly see in all their art is something to be strived for and complimented. Getting into the character design, I love the diversity of all their characters. Not only do we have varying skin tones, but I can clearly see we have different horses and animals incorporated into the design, and I really like that. We have a reindeer type character, which is probably my favorite. We have a cow and a ram and 2 horses. I do like the cute little hooves they have. They did say they wanted the hooves to be a little bit bigger, which I definitely like. It gives them that cutesy wootsy feel, and that's a really good thing to have. Something that can definitely be appreciated is that each character has their own unique style, which is really good for a fashion doll line. And I really like that each character has their own style. They have kind of a gothic character, a more dressed up character, and a more alt character, which I really like. They also have varying body types. Not all of them are super skinny. We do have a more chubby character, which is the cow character that I absolutely adore because yeehaw, I am from the south. So honestly, seeing these characters, I am so enthralled and wanting to know more about their lore and seeing what they do for their biomes and maybe what their houses may look like. I could totally seeing this become a show or a card, sort of like Belisara, that we can trade with each other because I just want to know more about the characters. So because I did love the style of the characters so much, and I definitely wanted to make characters inspired by them, or at least try making outfits for them, I of course wanted to make this video. I did go ahead and ask Savannah if it was okay to take inspiration from their characters and make them some clothes. They did give me the okay as long as I credit them, so make sure to go follow them on YouTube or Facebook. They are super freaking nice, they make super amazing art, and I absolutely love them. So what exactly did I want to go for? I wanted to go for an offshoot of Centoria, Protectors of the Veil. I really wanted there to be another option, sort of like Belisara, how they had different herds in the universe. I wanted there to be a herd based off of Centoria. And I like to call this Mystica of Centoria. They would be based off of magical horses that were seen in myths and legends like unicorns, kelpie, and pegasi, and all kinds of horses that aren't just regular horses that we see every day. I also think the concept could be really interesting for Centoria, the doll line, if they had different herds and centaurs. like if we have normal herds and then we have magical herds, because then you have more to work with, and I know that little kids will definitely love the magical horse line. What I am going for today is a dark unicorn. Now, as many of you know, hello, I'm Squishy. I absolutely adore unicorns, as you can see from my model, and I have loved them ever since I was a child. Unicorns have been my #1 most favorite animal since I was little, and I absolutely still have all of my unicorn memorabilia in my room hanging up. I feel like dark unicorns don't get as much love as regular white kind of unicorns do, which, don't get me wrong, the last unicorn type unicorn with the white skin, I definitely love. I love the pristine white color or the seafoam type color. I think it's absolutely gorgeous and definitely one of my favorite horses, but sometimes I really love the different colored unicorns. Like the black unicorn, for instance. I think black unicorns are absolutely mysterious and gorgeous in every way, and I wanted to do that for today. I wanted to keep the absolutely massive hooves because I like the idea of the hooves being made out of like a jelly type consistency. So I did keep the large hooves. I didn't want to change much of the design and lore. And now that being said, I am not good at drawing horses in any way. I do draw ponies from time to time. I definitely need to practice a little bit more, making it more realistic. The back legs were probably the easiest part for me to draw, not gonna lie. But the front legs had a little bit of difficulty. I did want to give her big poofy hair because I thought that would be absolutely darling on a unicorn character, and I did give her a different tail than the other centaurs, but I saw that in the series that some of them have different tails, so I think that's fine. Color wise, I was having a bit of trouble. I knew that I wanted her to be a dark unicorn, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Like, did I want to make her horse body dark, or did I want to make her skin color dark? But because the character started to look more like a POC character, I ended up giving her a darker skin tone because it felt more realistic. Though I was still having a hard time picking what her horse body was going to be colored, in the end I did end up giving her a darker skinned horse body as well. Now, another thing that was hard to pick was her hair color. Having white hair would be really, really pretty and match the color of her original horse body that I was going to go with, but I felt like it was a bit too much. I did end up changing her main body color from the silvery white to the color of her skin, and I liked that a lot more. In the end, I did end up giving her some pink highlights because I thought that would be really cute, because I knew I wanted to give her a kind of coquette type style. I really think it's adorable and would fit her in her dark, mysterious kind of attitude if she had a really adorable, flowy outfit. I knew I wanted to use soft yellows, tans, light pinks, light blues, and lots of bows with frills and maybe some drapery. Now, just like I'm not very good at drawing horses because I don't practice, I'm not very good at drawing clothes because I also don't practice. I grew up drawing furries, and furries don't really need clothes because they have fur. But what I wanted to do was give her some type of fashionable item, put clothes on them for fun stuff, because it's a doll line that entices kids to dress up dolls, so obviously she has to have some type of clothes. Something I had to think of was how exactly was I going to decorate a horse? The easiest option would be like put a saddle on her, but I didn't want to give her a saddle because it felt weird, because centaurs are people and I can't imagine one of them letting somebody else ride them. And I don't know if the lore has humans in their world or not, so I was against putting a saddle on her. My inspiration was to go and look at My Little Pony, which if you haven't seen My Little Pony, please go watch it. It's a great show. It has a lot of inspiration for clothes that would fit horses or ponies, so I used that a lot as my inspiration. I went with kind of a corset top with lots of frills. I imagined that the back could be velcroed together. And for the drapery, I used some fabric to just drape over her behind and kind of get tucked up into her corset. I think it makes it look sort of like a skirt or a dress and adds a little bit more oomph to her design. Next was on to the character would be. I think the name Madeline could really be cute for her and fit her, though it's similar to one of the other characters. I feel like it's different enough for it to be fine. Now, since the characters protect their own biomes, I would have to come up with a different idea for the Mystica centaurs, since they won't be protecting a biome, I don't think. I think it would be interesting if Madeline protected the dream world, sort of similar to how Princess Luna protected the dream world in My Little Pony. She would be the protector from your nightmares and from bad ideas getting into your head. She would show up when you needed her, but not when you wanted her. She would be there when you're making tough decisions, trying to see what is right, what is wrong, the right path to go on. She would give you wise words of wisdom and tell you stories about her life and help you make the decision for yourself. I like to think that she's a magical being that you can't just find. She'll find you kind of vibe, kind of like a crazy old witch in the woods that you can't really stumble upon unless she wants to be found. In a way, she's kind of the protector of mental health and making the right decision. She wants to help those who have lost their way find their way back on the correct path. The correct path being the one of goodness. She's going to be super understanding and not want to judge others whether you make the right decision or the wrong decision. She will support your decision no matter what. I definitely need to practice horses more. For how much I am a horse girl, I should at least know how to draw horses, but I don't. I do plan on making at least 3 to 4 more videos on the Centoria doll line. I want to do a Pegasus, a Kelpie, and maybe a Griffin type horse. If you guys know any magical horses that are fables, please put them in the comments below. I would love to Google them and maybe use them as inspiration. If you want to check out the doll... If you want to check out the doll line, I will link it in the description. Please go check it out. It's really cute. I really hope that one day they get made into real dolls or a show because they are so amazing. With that being said, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I had so much fun making this. I hope all your dreams come true. Bye bye.